the thunder roars and the engines scream. The Sunday night lights ignite the ultimate dream. Super late models spinning dirt to the sky. Watch the mud fly as champions dare to defy. Feel the pulse of the crowd, it ignites the fight. We're pounding the ground, feel that thunderous sound. Racing's a battle with champions are crowned. In a world full of mud, we rise from the plight. On the Sunday night lights, we unleash our might. In the land where the thunder roars and the engines scream, the Sunday night lights ignite the ultimate dream. Super late models spinning dirt to the sky. Watch the mud fly as champions dare to defy. Feel the pulse of the crowd, it ignites the fight. We're pounding the ground, feel that thunderous sound. Racing's a battle where champions are crowned. In a world full of mud, we rise from the plight. On the Sunday night lights, we unleash our might. Evan and Logan, the legends align. Blake my jewelers with the moves, taking every line. On our racing, the stakes are high, no retreat. In this league of warriors, only the brave compete. Ultimate Dirt TV brings the magic alive. We're pounding the ground, feel that thunderous sound. Racing's a battle when champions are crowned. In a world full of mud, we rise from the plight. On the Sunday night lights, we unleash our might. With every lap we conquer, we rise and we fight. In a world of thunder, we ignite the night. We ignite the night. Woo! Elder! Listen to me. Thank you. Well, I was invited.
Good evening and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight's round number 7 of the Wotel National Dirt Super Late Model Touring Series here at USA International Raceway. And Logan Rumsey sets top speed with qualifying first with Dylan Wilson, Hayden Tolson, Matthew Selby, and Aiden Beerline round out your top 5. And with that being said, let's get right to it. Your heat race number 1 brought to you by DirtFan.com and on the pole. And car number 41 is Logan Rumsey to his outside, the 46 of Matthew Selby. Row number 2 to the inside, car number 24 is Knox Lumley, and to his outside, the 109 of James Braswell Jr. Your third row to the inside, 212, that is Briley Putnam, and to his outside, the 15 of Jordan McLean. Your fourth row inside are 5B, that's Trace Bentley, and to his outside, the 55 of Jonathan Lee. Ten laps of distance. Everybody making the show tonight. Don't forget, next weekend we'll be off celebrating Labor Day. We'll be back the following week with Championship Night at Volusia. That is September the 7th. All right, lights are out. We're going to agree next time by 8 drivers, 10 laps. As you look at him come off of turn number 2 down the long back straightaway. The base track lead the field. Logan Rumsey and Matthew Selby. Logan Rumsey in the 41, Alpha Industries. And the 46 of Matthew Selby. The pace car looking to make his way onto pit road. And green flag is in there. We're racing off of turn number 4. Logan Rumsey leads him in a turn number 1. He goes to the high side. Look at Knox. He throws it in there. He's going to lose some ground as they come off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. And your top 3 look like this. Rumsey, Selby, Braswell Jr., McLean, and Lumley. That's your top 5. Jonathan Lee, Riley Putnam, and Trace Bentley round out your field. Matthew Selby in that second spot, trying to hold off the 109 of James Braswell Jr. Matthew Selby currently running in second, right behind the 41 of Logan Rumsey. 8 laps to go here at USA. One of the longest tracks on the tour this season. How about Jordan McLean currently running in that 4th spot? Right behind James Braswell Jr. goes a little wide and allows the 24 Knox Lumley. Look to the inside. Side by side could not complete the pass. Lumley couldn't. Meanwhile, back up front is the 41 of Logan Rumsey leading the way. Matthew Selby, James Braswell Jr. That is your top 3. Jonathan Lee down pit road. Trace Bentley in 7th. Riley Putnam in 6th. Jordan McLean in the 5th spot. Putting some pressure on Knox Lumley. Jordan McLean was there. Meanwhile, James Braswell Jr. looking to put some pressure on Matthew Selby. Goes to the inside. They're side by side as they come off of turn number 2, but the 46 will have them off of turn 2 down the long back straightaway as they try to chase down your race leader of Logan Rumsey. Logan Rumsey is 2-time national champion with Wotel, all coming in the year 2024. Off of turn number 4, coming to 3 laps to go for the 41 of Logan Rumsey. You're looking at right now the battle for second as the 109 looks underneath the 46. They're side by side off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. 109 will fall back in line as we're coming around to 2 laps to go this time for the 41 of Logan Rumsey. Matthew Selby and James Braswell Jr. That is your top 3. Knox Lumley, Jordan McLean, Riley Putnam, and Trace Bentley round out the top 7 as Josh Lee is down pit road. Coming to the white flag, one more to go for the 41 of Logan Rumsey. Selby holding off James Braswell Jr. as he come off a turn number 2 down the back straightaway. And better watch out because here comes Knox Lumley as he looks to the inside of the 109. Side by side for third, but coming to the checker flag, it's going to be the 41 of Logan Rumsey. Matthew Selby in second, James Braswell Jr. in third, and Knox Lumley in fourth. Take a look at official results as Logan Rumsey, Matthew Selby, James Braswell Jr., Knox Lumley, Jordan McLean, Briley Putnam, Trace Bentley, and Jonathan Lee. Heat race number 2 will look like this at on the pole. And car number 80D is the Kool-Aid Band. Dylan Wilson to his outside, the 13A. That's Aiden Beerline. Row number 2 to the inside, and car number 23 is Willie Cuddy to his outside, the 11. Your current points leader is Ethan Johnson. Row number 3 to the inside, the 07. It's Tyler Bickford. Tyler Bickford in the 07. And to his outside, the 7B of Brennan White. Fourth row will be the 84 of Russell Berry. As you see, the drivers in the middle of 3 of 4 there as they come off of turn number 4. They're giving a 1 to go signal this time. The field's in the hands of the ADD of Dylan Wilson and Aiden Beerline. On your front row, Willie Cuddy and Ethan Johnson, row number 2, Tyler Bickford and Brendan White, row number 3, and Russell Berry has the 4th row all to his lonesome. If you're watching on Ultimate Dirt TV, make sure to share out the broadcast. We sure do appreciate all your support. You show every Sunday. Peace Car looking to make that right hand or left hand turn. Green flag is out. Dylan Wilson's on the loud pedal. Wilson leads him into turn number 1. Aiden Beerline to the inside. Oh, he makes. Oh, we got one around. That's going to be Willie Cuddy. And do they keep it going? They do. Willie Cuddy with some damage on that machine as he got in the back of Aiden Beerline. Beerline hit that bump right there. You see how Ethan Johnson did. He hit that to upset the car, and that's when Willie Cuddy got into the back end of him. But Ethan Johnson, speaking of that, went to the race lead, and Dylan Wilson back to it to the inside of turn number 3. Off of turn number 4, you look, they're side by side for the race lead, and at the line, it will be the 11 of Ethan Johnson. Johnson showing the way in turns 1 and 2. Dylan Wilson, he's going to have to gather it back up as battle going on for third between Aiden Beerline and Brendan White. Beerline has it momentarily as he's trying to chase down the ADD of Dylan Wilson. There's Willie Cuddy with some damage on that machine there on the front end. How about Russell Berry in the 84 machine? Ethan Johnson continues to show the way as they come off of turn number 2 down the bank straightaway. It's Johnson, Wilson, Beerline, and White. That is your top 4. 2 different lines between first and second. 5 laps to go. Halfway down in heat race number 2. Aiden Beerline digging the bottom there off of turn number 2. Goes to the high side in 3 and 4. Wilson has a run on your race leader as he closes the gap. And now your race leader has gone to the top in 1 and 2. He must have seen it. Oh, Aiden Beerline made contact with that inside barrier there. And that allows the 7 Brendan White to get around him. So Aiden Beerline falls back to the 4th spot. All drivers making a show tonight. But Ethan Johnson continues to show the way here. As they come to 2 laps to go. Ethan Johnson, Dylan Wilson, Brendan White. Ethan Johnson, your current points leader, has 5 wins on the season. If he wins this heat race, he will start on the outside of row number 1. White flag in the air for Ethan Johnson. Johnson, Wilson, White, Beerline, that is your top 4. As they come off of turn number 4 for the final time, picking up the checker flag, it's going to be Ethan Johnson picking up the win. Dylan Wilson in 2nd, Brendan White in 3rd. Aiden Beerline runs out your top 4. So take a look at your official results. It's Ethan Johnson, Dylan Wilson, Brendan White, Aiden Beerline, Tyler Bickford, Willie Cuddy, and Russell Berry. Your heat race number 3 will look like this and on the pole. And car number 327, it's Hayden Tolson. He's your defending champion. When in January, to his outside, the 518 of Joseph Grandy. Row number 2 to the inside in car number 17 is Caleb Durgan. To his outside, the 22 of Eric McCarthy. Row number 3 to the inside, it'd be the 93 of Brett Caudell. To his outside, the number 10 of Casey Borgmeyer. And your 4th row will be the 71 junior of Daniel George. Another 10 laps, and we're one making the show tonight. After this heat race will be warm-ups, then we'll go to the 50-lap main event. As they come off of turn number 4, the flag was shown 1 to go in this heat race, your 3rd and final heat race of the night. Thank you for tuning in to Ultimate Dirt TV. Make sure you hit that like, hit that follow button, and share out the broadcast. We can do that by future race time. We'll double the amount of viewers. Great flag is that we're racing off of turn number 4. Aiden Tolson, Joseph Grandy. Into turn number 1 is Tolson, is 17. That is Caleb Durgan to the 2nd spot. Joseph Grandy. Oh, upside down. Joseph Grandy in a hard way. That looked nasty. So let's take a look at this. As he heads into turn number 1. Him and 22 make a tad bit of contact. Pushes him into the wall. More contact off of turn number 2. And upside down went the 518. No Joseph Grandy. All right. As we're under caution. First caution of the night. We have eliminated half the field. So it's going to be a 3-man dash, basically. Hayden Tolson won the championship in March in the National Super Late Model Touring Series. All right, lights are out. We're going green. Hayden Tolson, Caleb Durgan, and Brett Caudell. I can tell you Joseph Grandy will come home in 4th with Eric McCarthy, Casey Borgmeyer, and Daniel George rounding out the field. As a rule in Wotel cut up pit road, race is done. Green flag is out. So basically it's going to be a hot lap session for these 3 drivers, just trying to figure out their spot in the future race. Hayden Tolson out front. Leading Caleb Durgan and Brett Caudell. Durgan gets a little pushy there. Now as Brett goes to the outside. As Caleb Durgan will take over second, back over second as they come off the turn of 4th down the front straightaway. 7 laps to go. Hayden Tolson with a quick slap as he raced with a 21.057. Battle shaped up for second. Brett Caudell looks to the inside 17 of Caleb Durgan. As he comes off of turn number 4, it's going to be a drag race to the line. 6 laps to go for Hayden Tolson. The 93 running in 3rd right now, trying to chase down the 17 of Caleb Durgan. Durgan has several wins on the National Touring Series. Not this year, but in seasons past. As it comes to 4 laps to go in heat race number 3, Tolson, Caudell, and Durgan. Durgan loses some ground there off of that turn. Three laps to go. Caleb Durgan sets another quick lap here in heat race number 3 with a 20.847. Coming 2 laps to go this time. Coming off turn number 4, picking up the white flag. One more to go for Hayden Tolson. Brett Caudill, Caleb Durgan. That is your top 3. As they come off of turn number 2, down the back straightaway for the final time. Tolson leads them in turn number 3, coming off of turn number 4, picking up the win in your heat race number 3. It's going to be Hayden Tolson, Brett Caudill, and Caleb Durgan. And it's going to be, there's your official results on the board. Eric McCarthy, Daniel George, Joseph Grandy, and Casey Borgmeyer. All right. This is going to be right about a minute and a half warm-up. While they're doing that, make sure to share out the broadcast. Make sure it's that like and follow button. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. As warm-ups is just complete, we get ready for the 50-lap main event here tonight. Make sure to get your friends to join and watch and hit that follow button. You're watching Ultimate Dirt TV. All right, for tonight's main event, 50 laps of distance here at USA International Speedway. And on the pole, car number 41, he's your two-time national champion of Wotel, it's Logan Rumsey. And to his outside in car number 11, and he's your current points leader with 5 wins on the season, it's Ethan Johnson. Row number 2 to the inside in car number 327, he's your defending national champion of Wotel, that is Hayden Tolson. And to his outside, the 46, and Matthew Selby. In row number 3, to car number 80D, it's Dylan Wilson to his outside. The 93, and Brett Caudill. In row number 4, it's going to be James Braswell Jr. to 109, and the 7B, and Brennan White. Row number 5 to the inside is Caleb Durgan at 17, and the 24, Knox Lumley. In row number 6 to the inside is car number 13A of Aiden Beerline to his outside, the 22 of Eric McCarthy. Row number 7 to the inside, car number 15 is Jordan McLean to his outside, the 07 of Tyler Bickford. Row number 8 to the inside, car number 71 is Daniel George, and the 71 JR to his outside, the 212 of Briley Putnam. Row number 9 to the inside. Car number 23 is Willie Cuddy. It is outside. The 518 of Joseph Grandy. Row number 10 be Trace Bentley in a 5B and an 84 of Russell Berry. And your final row tonight, car number 10 is Casey Borgsmeyer to his outside, the 55 of Jonathan Lee. 22 cars and stars here tonight at USA International Speedway. Ladies and gentlemen, as they come off of turn number 4 down the front straightaway here. Wotel has been around for 8 years. It will close out this 8th year in season number 30 at the end of 2 weeks. At Volusia Raceway Park, or Speedway Park there, in 2 weeks, September the 7th. But here's the stars of the cars of Wotel as they salute you, the fans at home. And by saluting them, if you want to salute them, hit that like, hit that follow, and share out that broadcast. And type in the chat who you're rooting on for, as 22 of the iRacing's finest here tonight. As they get in 2x2 formation. And something might have gone on. I'm going to have to verify it. Logan Rumsey was your pole sitter, not making the call. Him and Jonathan Lee, so your new pole sitter. And car number 327, that's going to be Hayden Tolson. Lights are out, 50 laps of distance. Jason Nygaard, haven't seen you in a long time. 22 of the best coming off of turn number 2. Hayden Tolson and Ethan Johnson, your front row. Dylan Wilson and Matthew Selby, row number 2. Row number 3 will be Brett Caudell and James Braswell Jr. Pace cars in. We're racing off of turn number 4. 50 laps the distance. Hayden Tolson trying to hold off the ADD of Dylan Wilson as it goes down the back straightaway under 2x2. And we got caution. That looks like Joseph Grandy. He flipped in his heat race. He got severe problems here. Take a look at your instant replay. It goes in there. Oh, him and Bentley make some contact. Bentley was to his inside. Tail whoops. Logan Rumsey missed the start. He's dead last. Or, well, not dead last. He did pass a couple of cars. The 41 Alpha Industries machine. Casey Borsmeyer making his way down pit road to get that damage taken care of on the front end of that machine. All right, single file, because they did not complete a lap. And the caution came out on the first lap. Green flag is back out in the air. Hayden Tulsa showing the way. Ethan Johnson, Dylan Wilson, and Matthew Selby. That is your top four. Hayden Tulsa leading the way. It's a pretty much single file. Go to the inside in turns 3 and 4. Getting that to work. Couple drivers mid-pack. James Braswell Jr. and Brett Caudell went to the high side in 3 and 4. Let's see what happens in turn number 1. Caudell goes high, but everybody else goes low up front. As they come off turn number 4, 47 laps to go in this main event here. Hayden Tulsa, Ethan Johnson, Dylan Wilson. That is your top 3. As they come off of turn number 2, Wilson exits wide. Trying to see if you get a run on Ethan Johnson as they go into turn number 3. Now it's a drag race for second. Johnson down low, Wilson up high. Wilson's going to have it off of turn number 2. As they come into turn number 3. James Braswell Jr. currently running his 6. Right in front of him is Caleb Durgan in the 17 machine. How about Brennan White currently running in 7. And Brett Caudell in 8. And Aiden Beerline in that 9th position. Knox Lonely right behind Aiden Beerline. As we're right on board with Aiden Beerline. Take a lap with them. As you see down the front straightaway, Beerline goes to the top. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 there. He's off the gas. Now he's back on it. Hammers that throttle. Track really bumpy right now. And meanwhile, during that, look at this. A new race leader, Dylan Wilson. So it's Wilson and the 327 battling for the race lead off of turn number 4. It's going to be Dylan Wilson at the line. And Tulsa back to the inside of turns 1 and 2. Wilson running a groove right above that bottom. And how about this? Matthew Selby currently in that 3rd spot. He's gone around Ethan Johnson. Dylan Wilson trying to hold off and, ooh, Nelly getting tight. tight for that third spot. Got kind of scary there, kind of hairy. Hayden Tulsa trying to chase down the veteran of Dylan Wilson. Dylan Wilson out of Bakersfield, California. Matthew Selby chasing back down the two in front of him. That's Ethan Johnson, Caleb Durgan. Selby getting the top line to run. Wilson showing the way. Selby now has made his way back into the 4th spot. Oh, Durgan makes a mistake there, pushes off of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Now Selby looks to the inside of the 11 of Ethan Johnson. He takes over third. Johnson back underneath them. As they come off of turn number 4, it's going to be a drag race to the line. It's going to be Matthew Selby taking over that 3rd spot. And I can tell you this, if Selby stays on the high line, he's going to have something for your race leader. If that top does not go away. Dylan Wilson, Hayden Tolson, Matthew Selby, Ethan Johnson, Caleb Durgan. That is your top 5 here at USA International Raceway. See the drivers coming underneath the start-finish line. Durgan and Ethan Johnson battling for that 4th spot. Durgan to the inside. He slides up in the middle of 3 and 4 off the exit. And I will tell you this, the 46 has all caught up to the 327 Hayden Tolson off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. They got a little wampus caddy back there in that mid-pack, and now here comes the caution. The 24, I believe that's Knox Lumley. Oh. So Brendan White gets into the wall. Knox Lumley gets into the side of him off of exit turn number 2. And then Aiden Beerline really had nowhere to go, but into the back of him. And a couple Putnam got into him too, and around went the 24 Knox Lumley. Knox will be coming down pit road, getting that damage repaired. Dylan Wilson, your race leader, he will choose the inside for the restart. All right, the lights are out. Don't forget, we'll be off next weekend for Labor Day. Then we'll be back the following week for championship night at Volusia. Green flag is back out. Dylan Wilson on the lap pedal. We're back to racing. Wilson leads him into turn number 1. Coming off of turn number 2. Selby holding off some heavy hitters right there behind him. I believe that's Caleb Durgan. Durgan looks to the inside of Selby. Hayden Tulsa trying to get around the race leader, could not do it at the line. It's going to be Dylan Wilson leading that lap. Selby has fallen back to 4th. Ethan Johnson's gotten around him. Selby going to have to reel it back in. Oh, we got beaten and banging. And look here, we're 3 wide for the race lead. And the new race leader looking to make his 6th win of the season. Car number 11 is Ethan Johnson. Off of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Caution on the speedway. I'm not too sure what caused that, but we'll take a look at Trace Bentley. Is right ahead of him. Let's see here. Well, wasn't him. Oh, it's a 93. Checked up for the 15, the 24 got to back him into the wall he went. So Jordan McLean coming down pit road gets some damage. Gets some damage taken care of that machine. On lap number 31, it'd be 30 to go. We'll go back to Green Flag Racing. 20 laps will be in the books by then. Drivers start to catch up as we're fixing to go back to racing. Pace car in, green flags back out, and the field's in the hands of Ethan Johnson. Johnson run the middle line. Dylan Wilson, as he's under attack. Wilson, as Hayden Tolson now takes over 2nd. Wilson falls back to 3rd. As we go into turn number 3, they're 3 wide there momentarily. Look at Logan Rumsey. He's made his way up to the top 5. Wilson to the inside, looks for a pass for 2nd. That's 327 with a run off of turn number 4, so give it back. Hayden Tolson. Now Tulsa goes to the inside, and Wilson goes to the top shelf. Braswell up against that wall, going to lose a couple of positions. Wilson to the quarter panel. He goes to the bottom. He'll slide up in turns 1 and 2. Actually, he doesn't slide up very much, and he holds that second place down the back straightaway. Now he runs the slider line in 3 and 4 as they come off of turn number 4. He's going to try to hold off Tolson, and now he has his eyes set on Ethan Johnson. Goes back to the inside. Johnson, he pushes there. That allows another 3 wide for the race lead off of turn number 2. Wilson in the middle. Johnson on the outside there. Look at Caleb Durgan now made his way into 4th. Logan Rumsey in 5th. James Braswell Jr. in 6th. Tyler Bigford in 7th. Matthew Selby in 8th. Joseph Grady in 9th. And 10th is Riley Putnam. Aiden Bearline in 11th. Willie Cuddy, Eric McCarthy, Brent White, Trace Bentley, Rick Caudell, Jordan McLean, Dana Jordan, Knox Loman, Russell Berry, and Casey Forksmeyer. As we just passed the halfway point of this race with Dylan Wilson, now your race leader. Now look at 11, Ethan Johnson looks to the inside of Dylan Wilson. Wilson kind of diamonds the quarters there a little bit off exit. Off turn 2, down the back straightaway. Coming off of turn number 4, 21 laps to go. Dylan Wilson trying to get back into victory lane in the Super Late Models. Wotel. It's been a while. Ethan Johnson still running in a high side there, and Dylan Wilson goes to the bottom. All 4 will exit the top shelf off the turn number 4. Coming off of turn number 2, Dylan Wilson still holding on with the lead. Ethan Johnson second, Hayden Tolson in 3rd, Caleb Durgan in 4th, and 5th is Logan Rumsey. Look a little further back in the field. Look at the 22, that was Eric McCarthy there. Here's 93 of Brett Caudell. Dylan Wilson was famous as for the Kool-Aid Man on the modified. Coming to 16 laps to go for Dylan Wilson. Ethan Johnson in striking distance. Got a couple of car links in between 2nd and 3rd. And that battle's between Hayden Tolson and Caleb Durgan. Durgan has it momentarily. Tolson's fallen back to 4th. Wilson run the middle groove off turn number 2 down the back straightaway as he's trying to hold off Ethan Johnson, who has 5 wins on the season. Only other winner was Logan Rumsey. Johnson goes to the top shelf as Dylan Wilson runs the slider line. He will exit on the high side. 13 laps to go. Goes to the bottom. Slide on up on the exit. Oh, he makes a mistake. And there goes Ethan Johnson back to the race lead. Caleb Durgan looks to the inside of him. That was all because that car pushed. Three wide for seconds. They come off of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Caleb Durgan in second, run the high line. Holding off Dylan Wilson. And here comes Hayden Tolson. Tolson to the inside. Him and Durgan make contact now. Oh, Durgan into the outside walls, comes to a stop. Bringing out the caution. Now let's take a look at this replay. Make a little contact there. And I'm not sure if something broke on Durgan's car. It came to a stop. Thank you for tuning in to Ultimate Dirt TV. Make sure to like, hit that follow button, and share out the broadcast. Your current race leader is Ethan Johnson. We're going to have to see what happens to Hayden Tolson, how they call that. Go back to green, it'll be 10 laps to go. So Caleb Durgan, I believe, is out the race. As they come down the back straightaway here. You know, the admin's going to look at it a little bit differently, a little bit harder than what we just did, so. This track is rough, one of the roughest tracks on the circuit, as far as the ruts on the, in there. So the lights are out, and it looks like the 327 Hayden Tolson is going to be able to keep his spot as the cars will double file one more time. Green flag is out. We're back to racing. Dylan Wilson looks to the inside of Hayden Tolson, turns 1 and 2. Coming off of turn number 2. It's going to be the 11. Ethan Johnson lead the way. Dylan Wilson in second. Looks to the inside of Hayden Tolson. He clears him. Tolson now had to battle with Logan Rumsey. Rumsey to the inside of Tolson. As we come to 9 laps to go. Dawson looks to the inside now to Dylan Wilson. In the middle, 1 and 2. Off of turn number 2, down the back, straight away. Wilson trying to hold off. He does. He clears them. Into turn number 3. Dylan Wilson in second, trying to hold off Hayden Tolson. Oh, they make a little contact there. Wilson going to push in the middle of 3 and 4. He gathers it back up off turn number 4. Logan and Rumsey love that side because look at him. He closed in on those two. Oh. Matthew Selby and Joseph Grandy involved, and it looks like Willie Cuddy involved. There you go. So, with 6 laps to go, we'll go back to green. Does the ADD Dylan Wilson have anything for Ethan Johnson? And how about Logan Rumsey? Start was scheduled to start on the pole, failed to make the start, went tailback, and has worked his way up to that 4th position. USA International Speedway has been off of the Wotel Touring Series for around about 5 years now, and the drivers voted it to be back in this season. It's a rough little track, but it's a nice track. It's a racy track. It's rough. It's bumpy. As lights are out, we're going green off of turn number 4. 6 laps to go. We'll go back to green flag racing. Make sure hit that like, hit that follow button on the broadcast, and share out the broadcast. We do sure do appreciate you tuning in tonight. Here we go. Green flag back in the air. 6 laps to go. Ethan Johnson goes to the inside as the 80 follows pursuit. It will slide up on exit. Ethan Johnson on turn number 2 doesn't plow. Pulls up. No, it does not. Rumsey to the inside. Makes the pass on. Hayden Tolson for 3rd, but Tolson bounces back from outside. Johnson flirting with the outside wall in turns 1 and 2. Runs the slider line at 3 and 4. Hayden Tolson right there. Logan Rumsey tries to get the stick. 4 laps to go for Ethan Johnson. Goes wide on the exit 2. That allows the ADD to close up on him. Laps to go for your front 2. This time, The ADD is Dylan Wilson. He has it down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3, your new race leader once again is Dylan Wilson. Wilson goes exits on the top shelf as we come to 2 laps to go. Dylan Wilson trying to go back to victory lane here tonight. Aiden Tulsa now looks to the inside of Ethan Johnson. Johnson has it. Ethan Johnson's going to dig off of turn number 4. White flag in the air. 1 more to go for Dylan Wilson. Wilson to the inside. He will stay on the bottom off of exit turn number 2. Down the long back straightaway for the final time as he heads into turn number 3. Bush right there at 3 and 4. Coming off of turn number 4, picking up the win. It's going to be Dylan Wilson. Hayden Tulsa second. Logan Rumsey in third. James Braswell Jr. in fourth. And Tyler Bickford comes home in fifth tonight. Take a look at your official results on the board. Dylan Wilson picking up the win with Hayden Tulsa in second. Logan Rumsey in third. James Bradswell Jr. in fourth. Tyler Bickford in fifth. Sixth is Briley Putnam. Jordan McLean in seventh. Eighth is Eric McCarthy. Ninth will be Willie Cuddy. And 10th will be Aiden Beerline. 11th place night be Matthew Selby. 12th place be Trace Bentley. 13th be Daniel George. 14th be Ethan Johnson. 15th will be Brett Caudell. 16th be Joseph Grady. 17th be Caleb Durgan. 18th is Brett White. 19th Knox Lumley. And 20th is Russell Berry. 21st night be Casey Borgsmeyer and Jonathan Lee rounds out your field as he did not start tonight's feature event. So let's take a look and talk to your, let's see here. Let's go ahead and talk to Hayden Tolson. Hayden.
What's up?
Well, you came home in second place. I'm just looking at the results and I'm like, oh, I didn't see something here. So, coming home in second here tonight. How was the track? It looked bumpy.
Yeah, it was bumpy, that's for sure. This place is always pretty bumpy, especially on the front straightaway and the back straightaway normally. But no, track was actually pretty good there. A lot of guys were on the bottom, middle, and top, and I feel like it was a pretty good race. Our car kind of came in a little too late there, and just wasn't good enough early.
Well, go ahead and thank those fine sponsors making it all possible for you.
CFM Sports, Central CC Shop, MLSM Sports, Aces and Custom Designs, or Wraps, and WRSM Chassis, High Performance C, Spartan Transportation, ShopFreight22.com, Sweet Victory Apparel, Victory Seats, my family, and you put this broadcast on. And we might see you next week. I ain't sure yet.
Well, we're off next week.
Okay, good.
We'll be back the week after. So
Okay.
enjoy next weekend. How about that?
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. That's Hayden Tulsa coming home in second tonight. Coming home in third place is the 41 of Logan Rumsey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Started on the pole, but, you just didn't want to start there, I guess, huh?
Yeah, I was playing with my setup and was putting fuel in it, and the fuel spilled all over the fuel cell, so I had to dry it up before I went out and just missed the start there.
Come from dead last to that third spot. Walk us through your night. How was that track?
Yeah, it was just definitely it was like easy to pass, but really hard to pass at the same time. Like if you could build up a run on someone down the straightaway, it was really easy to pass them. But once I kind of got to the top 5 there, I was having a really hard time making any moves, so I think I kind of just burned up my stuff trying to rip the top and just really couldn't get much farther than third. But I also think I missed the setup a little bit, but it is what it is. I haven't raced here, and I couldn't tell you last time I ran a late model here, so it is what it is.
I don't know when's the last time we've been here in Wotel, so it's been a very long time, like 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, I probably didn't even run that either.
All
That
right. Well, go ahead and thank your fine sponsors.
uh, just, Ethan and D Will, we were racing together, just trying to help each other on the setup for tonight. We kind of threw a guess at it. I think Dylan put the right setup in, and that showed because he was pretty good there at the end. And you for putting up the race.
All right, that's Logan Rumsey coming home in for third place tonight. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
All right, picking up the win here tonight in the ADD is Dylan Wilson. Congratulations. Looked like you had a good battle all race long.
Yeah, I felt it too. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun, and yeah, it's I don't get to do many interviews anymore. I kind of suck now, so kind of looked into one there. Lost the lead, got lost the lead a few times, got back to the lead a few times, and then Ethan did what I did earlier in the race to lose the lead by going over the grass and getting tight, and just out there having fun with these guys, man. I just show up, try to have fun, where you can, and I enjoy it for what it is now. I try not to be too competitive on here anymore. Just getting old, getting slow. So just gotta get on here and have fun. And there's nothing more fun than winning. So yeah,
There you go. It looks like all of us are getting old. How about that?
yeah. We're all getting there. We've been at this a long time.
Yes, sir. Go ahead and thank those fine sponsors making it all possible for you.
Yeah, I really don't got none. Just thanks to Ethan for sending me a setup there. It was fun racing with him. Usually he's driving off into the distance when I get the chance to race behind him. But it's fun to stay with him and race with him a little bit, as long as with Hayden, and Caleb, and Rumsey, whoever else was up there at the end. So fun stuff. No real sponsors. Just saying thanks to Ethan and anybody else.
All right. Well, we're off next weekend, but hopefully we'll see you the week after at Volusia.
Yeah, if I'm not doing anything, I'll be here.
All right. That's Dylan Wilson picking up the win here tonight. So don't forget, next week we're going to be off for Labor Day. We'll be back the following week at Volusia for Championship Night. Until then, we're going to sign off, say good night, and God bless.